Hello, what's up guys? Today we are gonna be playing again Boom Arena, and this time we're gonna be pushing 2500 medals with this Digger Mortar. This is very micro intense deck this time. We're not gonna be counter pushing. This deck is about control. You got to keep the advantage through the entire match, and usually one mistake pretty much costs you the game. But with perfect play, you can beat anything. So without further ado, let's jump to the first game and get some wins. Alright, so our first opponent will be a 0 medal loco. Let's see what our friend loco will bring to us, and we're gonna actually start by defending this push, because usually against balloon I would like to defend it with just mortar, but since our friend loco is playing the balloon first, let's just defend it with gunner first, then mortar, and see what his cards are. So there are chances that, oh, he actually predicted my Faun, so very nice play by him. And I was about to say, let's just uncover what cards is he using, and it looks like our opponent and friend loco will be using Rolling Steel and Skeleton Horde as a mini spell and ground card number 1. So obviously there's a flying robot. This was pretty obvious from the very beginning, and he's gonna play a dragon, but that was also acceptable. This dragon will perish, but I kinda made a slight micro mistake already. I'm gonna have to play Digger to compensate for that. And yeah, most of the pups will go after Digger, which is huge for us. I'm gonna play Poison to kill this copter, and so far we'll enjoy a slight advantage. This also will get a 1 hit, but I don't care. And his second ground troop will be Bone Blaster, so he's gonna be playing triple win condition, and actually he's gonna give up already. So yeah, even though Digger decks are pretty weak against flying robot, this deck has 3 good responses against flying cards, and has a mortar as a counter offensive measure. And yeah, counter pushes are very important against robot. Usually Digger decks struggle against that, but this deck, I was about to show it anyway, but usually if your opponent goes for robot in the back, you want to play mortar on the opposite side, even though he may have balloon in his deck. You want to play mortar first and then cycle to another mortar to defend this balloon, but that's some higher tech. I'm gonna show it once probably, but this was pretty easier. Let's go to the next game. Alright, so our second opponent, wait for the jingle, will be GGG, which will be our another player. Oh, he quit. Well, that's unfortunate for him, I guess. I'm gonna just... Oh, he reconnected. Nice. So our opponent will be GGG, rated 664 medals, and he's still not responding to my mortar, which is kinda bad for the video, but good for my pushing. So I'm gonna just try to convince him to... Okay, he quit. Well, I don't blame him. He was at a disadvantage against me, and people don't want to sometimes even fight me when they have a even playing field. I'm gonna just take the win and move to the next one. Alright, so our third opponent in this video will be Dr. J, who's gonna be playing Super Devil on this side. For some reason I thought it's gonna be the opposite side, and if I remember correctly, he was playing General, which is good deck to show how to play against. He's not trying to commit anything more, probably thinking that I'm gonna be playing a Dark Knight, and this is correct. Against Dark Knight, against the Dark Knight you want to be passive, but oh, he's gonna actually be playing Bone Blasters, and Bone, Bone Blasters with these cards. Okay, well, I wouldn't have guessed it anyway, but he's gonna be playing Viking, it looks like. I'm gonna just erase this Piercing Archer as it's very annoying, and yeah, he's gonna take a bit of damage advantage, but it's not something we cannot come back from, and he's gonna be playing another Super Devils. Okay, so Viking, Blasters, obviously I'm gonna be playing Mortar now, but in double mana I will probably not be able to, because yeah, he's gonna always have Piercing Archer for that. And okay, this is gonna be some blasters, and I'm gonna stop this correctly. So there goes his attack. I'm gonna pressure on the opposite side so he doesn't have mana to defend both sides. He probably will, but it's still good to spread defenses thin of your opponent if you have the opportunity. And on the left side I've scored 1000 damage, which is pretty nice, and yeah, that's why I'm doing these things. Even good players usually mess their defenses. Alright, so now he didn't complement his blasters with bullets, so I was able to greedily defend that, which is fine. Now I'm gonna force a bomb tower, since he's not gonna be able to respond with Piercing Archer because he has it out of hand. Oh, that was a very good snipe. Right now I pretty much wasted this Digger, and it's gonna cost me a lot of momentum. I'm gonna pressure on the opposite side anyway. He's gonna be playing Piercing Archer, and now I'm gonna be in a prime position to just poison it. And when you can poison Piercing Archer, you should. Oh, now that's gonna be bad. Oh, he got, oh, yeah, that's good game. He got a ton of bullets value. Wow. Should have spread my cards more, and he's gonna take a win. Very well played out of him, just waiting for his moment, and once he did, it was all over. Okay, let's jump to the next one. Alright, so our next opponent will be user 271,1991. I don't know how to pronounce bigger numbers in English. I'm just gonna say it's a user with auto-generated name, because most likely this number will be his ID as well. I'm gonna just use a poison here, try to mitigate a damage, and it looks like we're gonna get a perfect defense. Nice. So he wasted a Piercing Archer, so usually it's good moment to play a Mortar to see what's his other responses to my win condition, and it looks like it's gonna be a cannon. So a cannon will be good for him for two reasons. One, he will be having a good time against a Mortar, and second of all, I've just played a Digger, and usually if you play cannon in a specific position against Digger, you can pretty much defend Digger, allowing it to score, I believe, 1 or 2 hits, and it will also lure all the support troops, so it's also good because of that. Right now I'm gonna just sack some Piercing Archer shots and set up my Mortar, so he won't be able to respond to that. And right now I'm gonna go for the Miner plus Devils on the opposite side, and unfortunately for us, he's gonna have a very good response. He'll respond with Skeleton Horde, and even despite the well-placed Skeleton Horde, we still will get some damage, which is fine. And right now I believe, yeah, he's gonna be playing Mother Skeleton. She will get some value because I'll be forced to play poison on her, and maybe even steal. I'm gonna actually check if it gets a shot, and it does. Right now he should play a piercing archer on this mortar, but he didn't, so I'm gonna just go for the opposite side attack. Usually with these cheap decks, it is the main strategy just to attack left side and the right side at the same time and make your opponent choose what to defend, because if your opponent doesn't run a fast cycle deck, it usually will mean that he won't be having a good response for both threats. So right now he plays a cannon for the, I believe, prediction against my mortar, but I was just waiting with my mortar, and right now it's on the opposite side. Also very instructive moment. If you don't have a good response against Mother Skeleton or Mother Devil, it is absolutely okay to play defensive poison. Just you don't, your target isn't to overwhelm with this deck, but to control. And if you cannot control with troops, it is sometimes okay to just control with spells, just to not die. Like, not dying is the most important thing, because as long as you are alive, you can make plays. Let's go to the next game. Alright. I cannot pronounce this guy's name, but he heavily suggests me to get a job, which is, yeah, if these videos will turn out to be fine and people will watch it, it will be my job. So yeah, thanks for recommendation, but I'm doing fine, my friend. Also, he's playing a lot of cheap cards, which I will promptly counter with this Rolling Steel, and then place Mortar. And now what you gonna do? Oh, okay, he's gonna... okay, I was about to say he's gonna mirror the Faun Horde, but actually he was just cycling so quickly that he was back to it. Also, if you missed that interaction I've just played, you want to allow one stone Faun to connect on your tower and two of them to hit your tiny for the optimal defense. Also, I would love to defend those tinies, but I didn't. Well, my bad, I guess. I should have played Faun's one tile more to the left, and this would have been a perfect defense, but it wasn't, so yeah, that sucks. Also, I'm gonna have a mini attack. It won't take out the tower, but it's pretty close, and yeah, with decks like Digger Poison, you don't necessarily need to take the tower in one push, but of course it would have been appreciated. I don't think even if having a tower advantage gives you much more play, but yeah. Obviously, it's nice to be winning 1-0 as long as you don't have any other disadvantages, like if your opponent has no counterplay and you are winning, it's a good situation for all decks, no matter the archetype. Also, this guy will be freaking annoying on the different level. I'm gonna play Poison just to predict his... oh, okay, he gave up. Okay, so he threw down a freeze and left the game. That's typical. I would love to play Digger in front, but I might have been late. Yeah, my two devils will go down, only one will survive, and yeah. That's good game, let's jump to the next one. Alright, that's the game I was waiting for. That Mazai, I've met him a couple of times before on ladder, so okay, it appears he's not gonna be playing with General, which I anticipated. He's gonna be going with the exact same deck, so we are gonna have for ourselves some cheeky mirror matchup. And yeah, the thing with mirror matchups is that usually it's either a big snowball or whoever attacks first wins. So he's got a first damage, but I don't mind it at all. The important thing is to get as many attacks as it's humanly possible, and here I am getting a first successful attack, getting like 200 damage. It was like some digger shots and a steel, and I'm gonna set up another offensive mortar. He's gonna counter attack, which is also fine, I guess. And now he's gonna retarget my mortar, which is interesting decision. I believe he was trying to defend it, but yeah, at this point you don't want to defend. At this point you should be counter-attacking, and my opponent just too late to realize that I'm gonna play some fawns to force out some uncomfortable responses, and actually he is just in time for defense. Although 1000 damage is still on the board, and he is still yet to get some, so I believe the best play right now is to play Mortar not even at 10, just to apply some pressure, and there we go. Right now he cannot attack with Mortar, and we are already attacking with Mortar, so I would say we are already better. I don't know if this still will allow us a hit, but it will. Actually, it will allow us a hit, and it's pretty huge. Also, we killed the Faun, so that's nice. Okay, he's gonna try to get a prediction, and he actually got a sweet prediction, but it didn't get him too far. Alright. He pretty much memorized my digger spots already, so that's gonna be a read off from him. And yeah, he's gonna be defending that pretty well. I'm gonna play Mortar, but I was just late. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Even the best makes mistakes. I'm gonna play Digger right here, and yeah, he gave up. Well, that was a good game, but he pretty much didn't utilize Mortar offensively. He was forced to play a lot of defense, which is suboptimal in this matchup. And yeah, I think I was just a bit better mechanically. So a good game from him. He will win a lot of games with this deck, but not against me. Let's go to the next game. Alright, this time we will have also 900 player. It will be Apollo, I believe. Oh, if I remember correctly, he was having a 100-0 deck against me. If he's gonna have that one as well, I'm gonna be absolutely cooked. So far he's showing a Bomb Girl, which is, yeah, he's gonna be playing Steelbait, which is one of the better decks to go against this one I'm playing right now. Like you see, I'm already forced to go with High Gunner, which is not something I want to usually do. He should have played a Swordman for that Gunner, but he opted to play a Steel, which is, that's an interesting call. I'm gonna play Mortar into his... Okay, I'm gonna play Mortar here, into his Bomb Girl. So, yeah, regardless of a defense, it's gonna get a kill, and that's the thing I care about. And right now, I'm gonna just go very aggressive, but it didn't pay off. Alright. Well, I went for a play, but the play didn't work out. Sometimes you just have to accept that play won't work out, and yeah, right now I'm just holding Mortar for his Bomb Girl. If he's gonna play Bomb Girl, I'm gonna play Mortar instantly. There we go. And that way, he has spent 6 mana for my 4, and obviously it's a good mana trade for me. It's good card trade for him, but yeah, I'm having my ways to get a card trades down, and yeah, I'm gonna be playing this one, and this one. We are 3 for 3 in cards, but he's late by 1 tempo, and yeah, he's gonna get a 1 Bomber Girl shot for 1 poison of mine, so it's not a worse trade for him, but certainly not the best. I'm gonna play Digger once again. I'm gonna play poison, now just predicting it since he was playing it very often. And I'm gonna predict his bomb girl. Like that. I'm gonna also try to defend the entire thing without a mortar, and it paid off, but yeah. Maybe right now I'm getting too predictable, because he's getting a sweet connection and that's not something I anticipated before. Also this gunner was a mistake, certainly, I won't lie. Right now he's gonna be having to play a Faun horde and give me this poison value. I'm gonna predict his bomb girl, and I did! Oh, this was nice. I'm gonna actually now play mortar, just to apply some pressure. He's gonna play cannon, but he missed. He missed, so I'm gonna just get some more value out of that. I'm gonna predict his bomb girl. It didn't work out this time, but yeah, it's a good practice to do it, because when it works out, it's very huge. So yeah. And right now, yeah, we're just scrambling at this point. It's about who gets the most damage, and if this phone connects, it's gonna be... Oh, it's not gonna be game. I should have steal this bomb girl, and yeah, he's gonna take this win. Just barely, but it's a win. Very well played, and yeah, let's jump to the next game. Alright. We are up against another zero medal player. We're gonna find out what he's gonna be playing. I was about to say it's gonna be 2.6, but now seeing Super Devil, it's gonna be probably something different. He's gonna be playing Pump. So, I mean, I don't know his deck, but poisoning a Pump is always a good call, even though he could have had a Symmetry, and he does. He's proving me right, and he's gonna be playing Symmetry with Madness. Also this Madness, I don't know if it did anything, but a positive, of course, because it did something. It forced me to play 2 mana on defense, but it's not that bad if you think about that. It's like only 2 mana, and he invested 7 to get like 3 hits. It's like playing Naked Poison for 5 mana. It's not like the best. Also, you don't want to be playing Naked Poison unless you are in double and you cannot break through. So yeah, definitely not the best Symmetry, and I kinda knew that. Many players kinda play a card in hope that opponent will waste a counter and they will play it at the bridge instantly, but it didn't work out at all in this case. You have to be looking not only about card rotation, but also about also for mana, and this time neither of these were benefiting him, and he still went in. So yeah, it's usually not a good call. Also, that's something I realize is pretty annoying, like Faun's running off the Symmetry. Like, you want them to stay and defend, but they won't. So yeah, that's a annoying thing. But on the other side, Fauns are just great Symmetry counter, and I won't complain that much. Also, he used Madness on defense already 2nd time in this game, so I believe we have a great momentum, and that's gonna be just a win. Not gonna lie, it was easy. When your opponent tries to bait your poison, you kinda have to be wary that he's doing it to bait your poison, but be prepared that he's gonna jump you at the bridge, because if he doesn't, well, he was smart, and if he did, you will be prepared and don't die to a random play. So yeah, that's gonna be the game, and let's go to the next one. Alright, so we are against this guy again. He's still 1k. I'm gonna be interested which deck is he playing, and it looks like he's gonna be playing still the same Dark Knight Faun King deck with Barrel and Skeleton Horde. So now we know the decks we are playing, we can start making plays. So I'm 100% down mana, so I'm gonna just wait for him to play, I believe, Dark Knight in the back. That's a play that you can play almost any time. Actually, he's not playing Dark Knight, so okay, he's gonna be playing Skeleton Keg in the back. I believe he was waiting for me because I feel like I was down mana and there was no reason for him to wait. So if I was wrong, well, then I leaked a bit for absolutely no reason, but there are the chances, and pretty huge ones, that I wasn't wrong. And oh, well, he predicted my devils pretty well, and that's not gonna be very comfy. Also, I don't know if... okay, Ice Tiny and still counters Skeleton Keg, which is nice interaction. I believe Skeleton Keg got a speed buff a long time ago, but I haven't checked this interaction yet, so... another thing I'll have to look for is is the spell damage, because he's having a blast with these spells. He's gonna be having EQ, he's gonna be having bullets. Like, these spells don't do a lot of damage by themselves, but they are usually used to cover something else. So I'll have to be looking out for that, so that he's not gonna be spelling me out while he does something else. So, okay, right now I believe he was just too aggressive. I'm gonna predict his Skeleton Horde. Yeah, it didn't work out, but still my Digger is getting so much damage, and that by itself is fine. I'm gonna have to receive this one to my face, which is a bit unfortunate, but right now I don't even know if I can do that, but I'm guessing Digger will get damage, so yeah. Alright, now that's a scary time. I'm gonna play Mortar in the back, try to defend this upcoming scary push. This Skeleton Keg will get pulled, so that's a good info. I'm gonna stop this, stop that. I'm gonna try to get a best micro, and there we go, and we have a offensive mortar. It's always good, and it's even better to have a lock. I'm gonna try to get a offensive poison, which I believe will pay off. That's actually a very good offensive poison. And now the question is, will he get a barrel down? Because I have a rolling steel, and this time I remembered to keep the rolling steel for that. So yeah, he's not gonna cheese his way out, and yeah, that's gonna be GG. This deck is very scary to go against, but once you get a rule or two, what he can and what he can't, you can easily just outplay him. Like, if you see the opportunity for a very good aggressive steel, you usually have to go for it, but most of the time you want to use the rolling steel for the barrel. I would say that Skeleton Horde isn't a problem because you have the poison, and well, if you get a prediction poison on the Skeleton Horde, he's just cooked. And for defense, even though you give the value for the EQ, you should be playing Mortar, because yeah, he cannot kill your Mortar, and Mortar being alive is the most important thing because it pulls the Skeleton Keg. Alright, so some tips how to play this matchup, and yeah, win's a win. Let's go to the next game. Alright, we're in the next game against Rolla joined. I believe I faced him today and he gave up instantly. Okay. I'm gonna jump to the next game. It's gonna just take a while to win that. Okay, our next opponent will be Atarashi, who will have a 0 medals as well. We're gonna see what's his deck build of, because so far I see the both barrels and the explorer, which is interesting combo, but we're gonna see if our friend Atarashi will make it work. So far he's gonna be playing Fauns and Footman Hat. Also, I'm getting a full counter with Fauns on the barrel. It's not something that I expected to get, but Fauns generally are very good counter to a swarmy win condition. So like Apes, Cemetery, Faun Barrel, like that's the thing I like to use Fauns against, because even if you don't get a full counter, you get so much mana advantage that you can make plays, and regardless of an archetype, you want to make plays, because if you don't make plays, you just don't get damage, and if you don't get damage, you instantly lose. You can have the best trades in the world, but if no of your cards can physically connect, well, you're gonna lose. That's the truth. That's why not every deck is equal, and deck building is kinda important, because, well, you cannot just hope that, for instance, like Skeleton Horde will connect to the tower, because there are just some decks that won't allow it, like, ever. And you have to have a more sophisticated way of connecting. Right, so far I'm just hard outplaying this man. I think it's just a matter of time till he gives up. Yeah, I'm gonna even play an aggressive mortar, cause why not? I'm gonna just full send, hope that he's not in the game, and yeah, he's gonna allow me to 3-star him. Yeah, so that's it. Sorry for the notification, I cannot do anything about it, and let's jump to the next game. Alright, another game will be against Velociraptor with 6 medals, starting off with Bone Blasters. Usually against that play I like to play my Fauns, but I wasn't quick enough, so I had to resort to a Mortar, and yeah, it works as well. Also, I'm gonna get some damage with Fauns, because retargeting takes a crap ton of time in this game. Again, abused it in this interaction, and there we go. Already with a healthy advantage of 900 damage, and okay, I messed up this mortar absolutely. There's no questions asked. He's gonna take the advantage, also getting this 4th shot. Well, that was just a bad play of mine. I won't even say unfortunate, because yeah, I had enough mana, there was no rush for that, but yeah, it sometimes happens. At least I'm gonna get some damage on this cannon. Very funny play of him. Will he play Bomber Girl on the bridge? No, he won't be playing at the bridge, but he will be playing it after all, so I'm gonna just protect my devils, and right now I'm gonna get some damage back, which is, yeah, which is very convenient, since I've lost just a crap ton of it just back then. He's gonna be playing Poison, which is a bad play, since he was playing it at 0 and I can instantly punish it. If he doesn't add anything to that defense, it's gonna be a tower. So that's the thing to keep that in mind, and here he goes. Tower down. The thing that I'm thinking about right now is he can go with the general at the bridge, so I'm gonna just preemptively play my defenses. And yeah, it worked out like a charm. This time, no missed mortars. And yeah, if I do not make any mistakes, that should be a absolutely locked game, since Digger Control is pretty good deck for defending like beatdown decks. Even with some swarms, it's just a very solid deck defensively, and there's nothing to be worried if you're just having momentum on your side. Right now, I certainly have the momentum because like 15 mana is flowing his Viking Tower, and yeah, he just gave up. Fair enough, he didn't want to prolong the game, and with that, we're gonna put ourselves 3 games away from 2500, and let's go to the next game. Alright, this time we are facing SJJS. Very bizarre. Very bizarre letters right here, but I believe they mean something, since he has named his very ever important Boom Arena account with that. And yeah, with that being said, we're gonna get 2 shots with this mortar, which is fortunate. I was hoping only for 1, even 0 would have been okay, but like getting 2 will be absolutely huge. Also, this longsword will make our gunner not worthwhile to defend. And yeah, I'm not catching this digger, but at least I'm getting it defended, and he's not defending my devils, so even though I would love to say it's bad situation for me, it's actually very bad situation for him, because like always, he's the tower down with no compensation. He has no momentum, he has no cards on the field, and he has no... he has nothing. He has nothing in this game, and I wouldn't have been surprised if he were to leave. I'm not gonna encourage him, but it is... it would be fine if he did that. Also, yeah, that was very lucky of me, because I'm gonna kill this Faun horde just like that. And yeah, with that, I think we have officially locked the timer where he can do anything to me, because from now on it's gonna be just even harder. Also, that was a mistake by me. Fonts should have been 1 tile to the right this time. And yeah, if you are ahead, you can correct those mistakes, but if you are behind and you do that mistake, well, you're dead. So very grateful for that I wasn't dead. Also, he was trying to predict my mortar, which is a very cute move, but it doesn't work because of the fact that mortar has a pretty lot of health. Also, I'm right now swarming his tower, so yeah, that's gonna be just a good trade for me altogether. I'm gonna play a mortar here. That's gonna be a very well played game. If you don't know what to do about random decks like this, he didn't have like a good win condition. Skeleton Cake by itself is not enough. You just have to stick to your plan. Defend and counter push. Also, like, he didn't have a good response to the mortar. So there you go. I mean, he was having 20 medals, but like whatever. Sometimes you can even learn something from 20 medals player. Let's jump to the next game. Mata Abuela. I believe this is how it's pronounced, but I may be wrong. Like always, I'm putting this disclaimer because I'm not an language expert. I believe I'm pretty decent with English, and yeah, if I weren't to be decent, I wouldn't have been making these videos, so I have to be at least competent. Also, you might ask why didn't I defend with with a steel, this Faun barrel? Well, because I wanted to play a troop down on the board and do not throw 2 mana on the field. Usually, keeping spells is a good practice to keep in your gameplay, because like spells guarantee an instantaneous value, and troops are the cards that kinda get more value the longer they live. So well, I could have just took a trade where I have a +1 mana, and I'm gonna do it right now. But if I actually I get a hit, whatever. But if I can, I'm gonna just put a troop on the field and argue that this troop will eventually get more value than this 2 mana. So even though I'm getting I'm getting a hit against these Faun barrels, I'm just opening myself for getting way more value than I should have. And right now he's committing very questionable decisions. Like, these shield skeletons are kinda understandable, but I didn't understand why didn't he support the Dark Knight. I believe that's a pretty huge priority, since you have played a 7 mana card already. You kinda should be accountable for its existence. And okay, he's gonna do that. Well, we aren't in 2016, sir. It doesn't work. Actually, in 2016, Barrel was just weak. Also, I didn't meant to play Gunner here, so it may work out this time, but it's not a good play because, yeah, he has the Dark Knight. And it wasn't a good play. I'm happy that my opponent didn't justify my blunder, because that's how you learn in strategy games. If you make a mistake, you have to be punished, and the quicker the better. And I'm gonna just punish this Blades though, because he kinda overextend with that. He's also playing so much Skeleton Hordes, which is just not a good card altogether. It's good for the defense if it's like your only defense card, but then you have to accept the fact that your deck doesn't have a good defense, because once the prediction lands, you're dead, and that's how robot decks operate, for instance. Robot decks don't depend on Skeleton Horde defend the entire pushes. They use it to defend it in single, where predictions are less likely to happen, and in double to slow down pushes. So yeah, you shouldn't base your defense around the Skeleton Horde, let me tell you that one. Okay, I believe last game ahead of us. Let's jump to it right now. Alright, we're gonna get our friend Mata Abuela once again, which, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a free matchup, but it kinda seems like. Unfortunate thing is about that I kinda have to face these 0 medal players, because, well, if I do not, I'm gonna lose 16 medals and they will call me a noob for some reason. And if I do, I kinda feel bad, because they might have just picked up the game, and they might have been just their first games, and it's no win scenario for anyone. I'm gonna remind myself, I'm gonna rephrase myself. We need a better matchmaking in this game, because like at this point, I think that's the one of the only things that this game needs right now. Boom Arena has gone a very long way that I was gladly a part of, and it still can grow. That's that thing I was trying to say. And yeah, we have a long way to go till this game dies. Hopefully it won't die soon, because I kinda want to get some content out of it. But nonetheless, we've come a long way with this game, and it still has potential to grow. In the meantime, our friend Mata Abuela only getting a one shot that I allowed to get a bigger counterplay, and doesn't show us what's his win condition. So if he doesn't want to show us, I'm gonna just force myself in. Oh, that's gonna be a stone falls. I believe they are not 100% dead, but they're dead. Also, I'm gonna get some hits over here. Oh, and right now that was actually a very smart blitz because I didn't have a spell in hand, so that's what I've done right here. Wasn't my smartest play, it was my only play. So yeah, very good find out of him. Also, right after that he plays a skeleton horde into a mortar shot, which is, to say the least, suboptimal. And yeah, we're not gonna take the 3-star, but it's a win for sure. And yeah, 2500 medals in the early season acquired just like that. 4 medals for win, minus 16 for loss. Is there a problem? Not at all. We take them and we get there. Currently I'm still number 3 in the leaderboards, but I'm gonna push more in this month, hopefully to get this number 1 again. I've got it in November, but in December I took I didn't take a break from Boom Arena, but I was playing less, that's for sure. Also, I'm back to a content creation, and hopefully that's gonna motivate me to play more. So yeah, that's gonna be the video today, how to obliterate players with Digger Mortar. I believe it was a bit educational as well, not only entertaining. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, like, obviously leave a comment. I mentioned it in a previous video, but it's the purpose of ending to remind that subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more Boom Arena content like this. I think I'm pretty decent, and I'm gonna actually try to invite more people to my channel as well, to just promote each other and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye.